This is day 7 of reading a new file to you every day about the orange one until people wake up or I run out. Let's finish up with file EFTA 01660651 at the bottom of page 2 and on to page 3. Number 12, caller was taken by boat to Epstein's Island. Caller said it was complicated and involved Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Caller became a school counselor and had a meeting with the school principal, Linda Kitts, and a police officer, where the caller was informed there were pictures of herself with Epstein. Caller reported the school was mad at her for not being a Trump person and that the school wanted her to testify and say things against Andrew Cuomo. The FBI and Donald Trump were on the phone during the meeting. Caller believes the FBI has baby pictures of her with Epstein. Response: no contact made. Previous tips indicated Thomas had called in and said she had chemically induced amnesia and struggled with knowing what was a dream and reality. Criminal history: none. Number 13, caller reported that in 1987, a friend, victim 1, was out drinking and ended up at Trump Plaza. Victim 1 saw Donald Trump and wanted to meet him. An unknown man approached her and offered to introduce her to Trump. The unknown man gave victim 1 a drink, and victim 1 woke up naked and sore with $300 on the bed. Victim 1 didn't remember how she got to the room. She remembered seeing, quote, a flash of Trump's face. Victim 1 called the caller and told her she thought she had been raped. Victim 1 did not go to a hospital to have a rape kit performed because she didn't think anyone would believe her, especially because she was drunk. Victim 1's husband's business had problems with suppliers, and Victim 1 believed Trump was behind it. Victim 1 also started dating a lawyer, identifiers unknown, who was married. Victim 1 had a fight with her lawyer boyfriend and went to a bar. Victim 1 left a bar with a man who no one in the bar recognized, but who seemed familiar with Victim 1. Victim 1 was never seen again. A few years ago, remains were discovered that matched the description of what Victim 1 was wearing when she went missing. DNA tests at the time were inconclusive. Response: no contact made. Victim identified as deceased, and complainant did not have confirmed information. Now that's a rather suspicious inconsistency, saying that the DNA tests were inconclusive, but in the very next panel it says, quote, victim identified as deceased. Criminal history: possible order of protection matching the name and date of birth. Results matching name and date of birth for criminal history in New Jersey. Date of arrest: 8/2/1986 for shoplifting, 4/14/89 for shoplifting, 5/21/92 for shoplifting, 6/28/93 for shoplifting, 4/22/96 violating a domestic violence or harassment cause, 9/16/21 for shoplifting. Number 14, in 2004 or 2005, Sir Ivan Wilzig hosted a party where Jeffrey Epstein, Sammy Sosa, and Donald Trump were in attendance. Patti LaBelle's PR agent stood at the door. At the party, caller met an individual who was approximately 18 to 23 years of age, who was brought from Oklahoma for modeling job, but then sold to a man in France. Several women were being auctioned, and a woman possibly known as Colette LNU was the madam. A couple of years later, caller saw Colette at the Cheetah Club in New York, and she told one of Santos's friends that Jamie Foxx was interested in spending the night with her, and that he could pay her a lot of money. Response: phone number provided was not good. Could not identify a valid number. Criminal history: none. Number 15, Donald Trump, the president, had parties at Mar-a-Lago called, quote, calendar girls. Jeffrey Epstein would bring the children in and Trump would auction them off. He measured the children's vulva and vaginas by entering a finger and rated the children on tightness. The guests were elder men and included Elon Musk, Don Jr., Ivanka Trump, and Eric Trump, all of whom were there. Attorney Alan Dershowitz was also there with attorney Bob Shapiro. We were taken in rooms, forced to give oral sex to Donald J. Trump, forced to allow them to penetrate us. I was 13 years old when Donald J. Trump raped me. Ghislaine Maxwell was also present. Response: no contact information provided. Criminal history: no date of birth. Now this wraps up this disgusting file, as the rest is repetitive paperwork. Tomorrow I will be back with another file for day 8, but for now, I think this will remind you exactly who we're dealing with.